Let me start off the questioning. Let me ask a very simple question, and that is I recall that about a year and a half ago, I took a trip from Detroit, Michigan, into Ontario with a number of folks from the Midwest who were diabetic. And we purchased insulin, the same product made by the same company, for 1/10 of the price, 10% of the price. Somebody jump in, Dr. Kesselheim, Dr. Brassode. Why is it that in Canada, tell us simply, you can purchase the same exact widely used product for 1/10 the price that it costs in the United States?
Rob, you're the Canadian.
Thanks for the question, Senator. Two reasons. First, patented medicines have their prices regulated in Canada, and because there is not going to be competition, if you want to pay a reasonable price for patented products, you have to regulate the prices. That's what's done in other high-income countries, not just in Canada.
Is there any other country, let me interrupt you, I apologize. Is there any other country, major country on earth that does not in one way or another regulate the price of drugs or allow the companies to charge any price they want? Is any other country other than the United States that allows that?
No.
Okay. Dr. Kesselheim, did you want to jump in on that?
Sure. No, there is no other country that does that. We are unique in the world in allowing the pharmaceutical company to charge whatever price they want. And as a result, the only intervention in the U.S. market that actually lowers prices is the availability of interchangeable generics, which unfortunately for insulin, we don't have any. And as a result, prices have not fallen because there's no pressure, no market pressure, no government pressure, no pressure at all on the pharmaceutical companies that sell insulin to lower their prices to the same extent that there is in Canada.
All right, let me ask the doctors another question. It is estimated that 1 out of 4 Americans cannot afford the prescription drugs their doctors prescribe. What does this mean for the health of the American people? If I'm sick and I go to a doctor and the doctor writes a script for me and I can't fill it, what impact does that have on health in the United States?
I think it has a critically important impact. There are numerous studies showing that the high price of drugs can lead to non-adherence, which is when patients don't fill their prescription or they extend their prescription or use less of the medicine in ways that ultimately are harmful to them. And some studies led by people in our group here at the Division of Pharmacoepidemiology show that when people are prescribed higher cost medicines instead of equally effective lower cost medicines, that can lead to worse patient outcomes. So it is truly something that is problematic for patients and something that we can fix.
Let me ask you this, and I think Dr. Brassode, you may have done a study on this. Tell me what I'm missing here, but if I cannot afford my medicine and I get sicker than I should be, and maybe I end up in the emergency room, maybe I end up in the hospital, is it possible, in fact, that we end up spending more on healthcare because people simply cannot afford the medicine that they need?
Yes, Senator, that's exactly what we found in our study. When we provided medicines to people who could not afford them, we realized savings of more than $1,000 per year per patient. And that was due to avoided hospitalizations, avoided emergency room visits. We're talking about life-saving medicines that we know work, treatments for high blood pressure and diabetes. So when people are able to take their medications, they are healthier. We've also found that people find it easier to make ends meet, to afford their rent and food. And these are things, healthy housing, healthy foods that people need to be healthy as well.
So what you are saying is that the high cost of prescription drugs result in people getting sicker than they should, and in fact, ending up costing healthcare systems more money than we should be expending.
Yes, you're paying at least twice. Once the higher price for medicines, and second when people land in the hospital with a heart attack or a stroke.
which could have been prevented.
Absolutely preventable.
Okay.